Hello and welcome to Wheel Thing TV. I'm Dave Knoll. This week we're checking out the 2016 Holden Commodore SSV in VF2 specification. Holden's 2016 SSV Commodore. Not a hell of a lot of a change outside. We've got a slightly restyled front dam, as you can see. We've got the LS3 badge on the front as well to say, well, there's an LS3. We do have some vents in the bonnet, and yes, they are functional. They do have a little tube that goes into the engine bay. The same gill along the side. Big 19-inch wheels on this with some very sticky 275 rubber, and around the back, slightly reprofiled lenses for the tail lights. Commodore SSV also gets HUD or head-up display, as you can see, and it's available via a little dial just to the right-hand bottom side of the steering wheel. And what you basically do here is you can adjust it for height up and down, as you can see there, and also change the kind of information by pressing that little jog dial, a rev counter and speed and what gear you're in, and G-forces as well, which is quite handy when you're going through some tight twisty roads. Very easy to use, very intuitive to use at the same time, and that's what really good engineering should be all about. It's the now traditional Commodore interface, or Holden's interface if you will, with the V shape, with all the various menu buttons we have along here, and of course we've got our home button which will take us through to a selection. So we have our radio, we've got our Pandora, the internet apps, Stitcher, and of course we can go through to USB, as is a touchscreen. So we've got Bluetooth and configurations, and let's see what we've got in there. We'll have a look at that. Sport mode settings, let's check that out, for the SSV. Bimodal exhaust, give it a loud push and the exhaust will open up a couple of flaps in the exhaust to give it that big, deep, throaty sound. There's also a swag of other information available. If we can go back a bit here, we've got vehicle settings, so we'll select that again, and as you can see, you can go through and change a few things. Collision detection system, so it has park assist, side blind zone alert, so the sensors will actually tell you if there's something too close to the car. Go back again, let's have a look at our power door locks, and it'll actually unlock and lock the door for you. If you close the door and walk away, give it a couple of seconds and it will hear this beep indicating the car's been locked. Earlier we showed you the plastic vents on the bonnet. The bonnet is made out of aluminium, so it's all nice and lightweight, but yes, see, they do work, so they actually do vent air out from the engine bay. Pretty much the stock standard Holden interior with the kind of plastics we've got, the power seats we've got as well. Really have never been a fan of these centre line stitchings that the car has had. At least in this case they are colour coordinated, unlike some. And on the dash, well, all pretty much the same. A slight change to the way that the instruments look at themselves, and of course the big centre colour screen that we have. As we mentioned about the head-up display, here's a dial, and also the button there to change all the various settings and to make that move up and down. And what would a hot car be without a sunroof? Big front wheel combination we have on the SSV, 245 by 40 rubber on these 19-inch rims. Priced at just over $60,000 with the auto lock feature included. It sounds like a lot of money for a Holden Commodore, but you get that thumping 304 kilowatt engine, 570 newton meters of torque. It's so usable through this fantastic 6-speed auto gearbox. The suspension, the ride, the handling, the whole package is worth it. It goes up against the Germans and the British to a point, no problems at all. Check it out at holden.com.au. For Wheel Thing TV, I'm Dave Knoll.